Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. It is October 12th, Money Monday. We've got a great training today, but first just a couple of quick announcements. Our quote of the day is, "Success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become." Jim Rohn. We have a few dates to take note of. Renatus Regionals is coming up just in a couple of weeks, October 23rd and 24th. 2 full days of awesome training. Also, we have our national conference coming up in March of 2021, March 18th through the 20th, a few full days of training. Both of these events will be online this year, and they're both going to be really awesome too. Both of these events are full of phenomenal training. You don't want to miss it. And we have our leadership retreat dates. We're going to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, August 13th through the 17th of 2021. Always looking forward to Leaders Retreat. Very excited to see you all there. If you haven't yet, make sure you check out this website, oyesoes.com. Michael and his team have put this together, as well as a short video which is only about 6 minutes long. It'll give you all the information you need on the OES, what that is, and what is provided. We've added quite a few things to our weekly support system, and I've been plugging in with everything over the last couple of weeks, and I'll say myself that it's been really, really awesome to be able to plug into so many things and to have so much support. And it's also a great tool to use for our marketing. So a couple of things that we've added are, excuse me, just need a drink. Every week on Thursday with Dane Clark, he is facilitating and leading a private capital masterclass. He's taken what he's learned from our courses and is requiring that we watch the private and hard money courses. He listed at least 5 or 6 classes that he wants us to go through. And so that's what I've been working on. And it's been really cool to get together and listen to Dane train on what he's taken from the classes and how he's been able to put that to work. We also are doing a daily real estate investing mastermind every morning right after this call, which has been really awesome. Also, every day, Michael and Scott are getting together for just a quick 15-minute call where they interview somebody. So every day at noon, Monday through Friday, noon Mountain Time, visit the website down at the bottom here, bit.ly/zoomup, and hop on there just for 15 minutes. And it's intended for your guests. So make sure that you're plugging guests into this, and just an additional exposure for them, which is short and sweet and very powerful. So last week's house tour, every Wednesday and Thursday, we're doing a house tour. And just wanted to highlight some of the numbers that we reviewed of last week's tour. The purchase price was $330,000, rehab $60,000, and the ARV is $495,000. So the projected net profit is $50,000. In just 5 to 6 months, Tim will walk away with that nice projected profit of $50,000, and he used none of his own money or credit. So I'm just going to go over our events this week. If you want to take a screenshot of this, feel free to do so. Always register in Helios, and to access these events, you will visit Team Elevate USA, all except for the profits. Profits you'll access through our Helios website. So as I mentioned, every Tuesday at 12:30, we are doing our profits intro. It's just about 60 minutes, and people from all around the world have been joining. Michael Huggins is doing a great job at introducing the profits education, so plug into that on Tuesdays. We are doing our English house tour, as I mentioned, every Wednesday, where we do a house tour and talk all about the deal, all about the numbers, and it's a really great exposure for your guests. Every Thursday, we have quite a bit going on. We have our house tour in Spanish. We have a Pillars of Wealth intro presentation. And then we have multiple study groups to plug into for both yourself and especially for your guests. Follow-up and funding webinar, onboarding essentials in both English and Spanish, business development, and multiple real estate study groups, fix and flip, wholesaling, multifamily, and short-term rental. So as you can see, there's a ton of support going on every single week. And it's really easy to plug in because you literally just click on a button on your computer. And it's just, I'm just so grateful for the internet, for Zoom, and for our leadership for putting all this together for us. So as I mentioned earlier, we are on Facebook Live. What I love about Facebook Live is that you can plug into the recording as soon as we're done here. So that's always available to you if you need to get back and watch the recording. Make sure you're part of the Renatus Team Elevate private Facebook page. There's a lot of important announcements there. And we're also on YouTube. You'll want to subscribe to the Elevate Renatus YouTube channel. There's going to be at least 5 or 6 years worth of these morning calls on there. Lots and lots of value, so make sure you take advantage of that. Today, we get to learn from Michael Huggins, Money Monday with Michael Huggins. Michael Huggins is an awesome individual, and we are very, very fortunate to get to spend an hour each and every week with Michael Huggins. He and Vanessa came from a frustrated and broke state about 10 years ago before Renatus. Michael was working 2 jobs. He was working for Jiffy Lube and Sears Auto. He wasn't able to afford a car at the time, so he was riding his brother's bicycle to work, hiding it in the bushes, and just ends were not being met. He was drowning in student loan debt and just knew that he needed to make a change. He heard about real estate investing, and I believe it was a sign that he saw. Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe it was just an online link. But Michael found Renatus, and I'm so grateful that Michael found Renatus, because myself, as well as a lot of us on this call, would not be here if it weren't for Michael Huggins. He has helped create a lot of the teams here in the US. He's helped with starting our Colorado, Denver team, Salt Lake City, and now he's in Tennessee and plans on building there. Michael has become part of the PAC, which is the President's Advisory Council, and he has earned himself multiple millions in this business. So again, we are very, very fortunate to get to learn from Michael this morning. Good morning, Michael.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the call. Good to see all of you on here. We had an awesome weekend with Heather, and I hope all of you are now following up with your peeps. I know a lot of you guys and gals got orders in on Saturday right after the workshop. So Heather did a great job, undeniable proof as to why people should buy from us. And so it worked. If you need help with the follow-ups, let's talk about it here, or you can hit me up. But let's start to capitalize on all that extra effort. How many of you people showed up that haven't been talked to or booked an appointment already? You need to do it ASAP, okay? Also, as we're getting closer to our regionals, I need to give you some details on that. We make me a co-host, Keely, por favor, por favor. So I'm going to switch to the whiteboard here. So the regionals is October 23rd and 24th. There we go. Regionals. It is something that everybody needs to be at, wherever you are in your world, whichever team you're on, whatever's happening, you need to make it happen, Captain. Okay, so we got Friday and Saturday. This is how we decided how to do it. So Friday is hosted by corporate. Corporate has put together the agenda. They have all the trainers lined up. They have some exciting announcements, a new release. So there's a lot of reasons why you should be there on Friday. It's going to be from 9 to 4 or 5 Mountain Time. And then Saturday is done by the local teams. So there's a Chicago one, there's a New York one, there's California one and a Seattle one. Not quite sure what the Arizona team is doing because sometimes Arizona jumps in with us, sometimes Arizona does their own thing. So whatever, in your area, you know where to be. Maybe someone could tell me who's more involved in the Arizona team, what their plan is. But if you're in Utah or Colorado or well, anywhere for that matter, doesn't matter, you could join us on our Zoom. So all the Saturdays are going to be on Zoom. Now the regionals is $79.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, brother. So I did talk to Zach because of the confusion. So he is having what you would consider a day of training on Saturday. My understanding is after talking to him, I mean, I guess it's part of his regional. Gary's kind of connected with Zach, but he was thinking it was more of a local team training on Saturday. He was confused I think in the beginning. So they are having a training on Saturday if anybody wants to plug in, but I think some of the Denver and this regional and the Utah regional or could be a little bit, could be possibly not more beneficial, but his is going to be catered to his local team. I think it's got some local team members that are leading his masterminds and things. And they're going to be doing some trainings, I believe. I don't know that it's necessarily a full, Southwest regional like it typically has been.
So it's more of very specific to Zach's team and his process.
I'm pretty sure that was my understanding in talking to him the other day. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay. Cool. Well, now we're clear on that. So really what it could come down to is like New York, Chicago, SLC Den, and AZ. And I think there's a California one. But California might just be plugging into us for Salt Lake. That's what happened last year on the California team. Just came over and we gave Kendall a little princess crown and a little wand and told him to toughen up, Buttercup, or something like that. How many of you guys were at the Salt Lake Regionals last year? And we gave Kendall Stock his crown. You guys remember that?
Yes, that was hilarious.
What was it? Something Buttercup.
It was toughen up, Buttercup.
Suck it up.
Suck it up,
princess.
Right. Suck it up.
Suck it up, princess. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, that was awesome. And then I got Scott Rowe a little tricycle. Remember that? And I rode it out there and gave him an award on my little tricycle. So these regionals,
I laughed and cried so much during that whole award ceremony, just laughing and crying the whole time.
They are a ton of fun. So I hope you guys decide to come and join us. So what we're going to do this year is if you are on Ryan's OES, Richard's OES, or my OES, then you get a $50 credit towards the regional. Is that fair? Is that cool? Now, if you were already planning on going to Chicago or New York or whatever, still go. But this is something that we decided to offer. So if you're on the OES, whichever one, then your regional will be $29. If not, rest assured that this $79 is still valuable because you're going to get the training. And also what we're going to do is we are going to donate it. It's going to go to a charity cause. It's either going to go to Locator Foundation or the Operation Underground Railroad. It's going to go to something very beneficial. This year we decided to do that instead of get everyone princess crowns and trophy tricycles. So this is going to be a donation. For you, it's still a write-off because it's part of your business, but then we're going to just put that in the hands of the people who need it more than we do. Okay? if you would like to come and you are local in Salt Lake or Denver and you want to come, we're going to do it at Richard's office. Will someone please post up Richard's office address in the chat? Please, 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 when you show up, wear a mask. Let's be safe about this. Wear a mask. Do your physical distancing. Okay. And be responsible. Now, in order to get the most out of the regionals that day, I recommend you bring your laptop because it is going to be doing some work. We start at 9. There we go. 9. 12 is lunch. And then we're going to wrap up by about 4. Okay. But what we do on the first part of the day, you're going to need to copy us on a few things. And we're going to support and help you in doing that. Support, copy. We're going to do some making and creating. And then in the second half, we're going to watch what worked and set some follow-ups. Okay. So obviously, if you're watching it on Zoom, you'll have your laptop. But it is going to be a lot easier if you're on your phone or whatever, just have your computer next to you so that you can be doing this stuff easier. Also, I'm really recommending everyone have cameras on. It's too easy to go goof around and do something else when your camera's off. So just have your camera on. Richard's office, did someone find the address? Cool, there it is. Thank you, Sue. 644 East, 9400 South. There's plenty of parking out there. 644 East, 9400 South in Sandy. Okay. Cool. Yep, got it. So, and then I think they're doing like a movie or something like that. So we're gonna cater lunch. Lunch is gonna be catered. So if you wanna show up, you'll get fed. If you don't show up, you'll have to have your own sandwich. I don't know what we're having. We're having something delicious though. So yeah, I mean, that's basically next weekend. So top priority, we had an awesome weekend with Heather. This week it's time to get organized, follow up, do your necessary things, do some lead gen, do what's important there. And then next weekend is all about our regionals. And what you're gonna learn at regionals in this day, you're gonna be able to repeat over and over and over on your own. We're gonna help you do it at the beginning. And we've already proven it works. So it's just something for you to pick up on and continue to work with us. And it's gonna be a pretty slick system. So I'm excited to show you guys. And yeah, Richard serves popcorn. So if you want to stay after, then I'll be doing a movie night kind of thing in the office after. So if you got to go home, great. If you want to stay and watch a movie, great. Also, okay, I feel like that's all the information. You guys feel pretty prepared and aware and clear on what's to be expected?
Michael, I have a quick question. Are you going to be sending an email out for like the promo code to get the $29 discount or the $50 discount?
Yes. So that's something else we need to make sure everyone is aware of. On the OES, optional event subscription, If you're already on Ryan's, you stay on Ryan's. If you're already on Richard's, you stay on Richard's. Mine is to fill in the gap. Okay. So Ryan's is Team Elevate USA.com/OES. So if you want, it's like if you're participating in the local house tours and you're on Ryan's team and you're doing the local stuff with Ryan, get on his. Richard's is through Helios. So you just find an event on Richard's calendar and subscribe there. And then for the rest is oesos.com. Gosh, that's so funny to say. Okay, so, but what I want to make clear of is that if you're already on Richard's or Ryan's, you stay there. If you're going to Richard's office or plugging into Ryan's events, you use his. I don't want to call from Richard saying, why are all my people on yours? Or a call from Ryan saying, why are all my people on yours? That's not what this is about, okay? I just have more of a nationwide team, so we set this up, but it's not so you would move from one or the other to mine. Is that clear? Cool.
Hey, Michael, can I ask one quick question?
Yeah.
This is Brian in Scottsdale.
What's up, dude?
I signed up for yours on your website the other day, last week. Is that reoccurring, or do I need to do that every month? Is that automatically reoccurring?
Yeah, it'll automatically reoccur, so you're good to go.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Hi, Michael. This is Gilda.
Hi, Gilda.
Hi. Quick question, because I'm gonna be live here in Chicago. So if I do, I wanna, attend yours, but unfortunately it's the same day. So are you gonna be recording it? Because if you do, I'd like to be able to just catch it later.
I'm not sure. I will ask the team what the plan is with that.
Okay.
It's pretty likely. Again, you need to make sure you're registered for that.
Okay. All right. I'll do that because, you're doing such a good cost. So, $29 or something. So that's a great cost if you guys are, helping some charity and stuff.
That's right. Help ourselves to help others.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep. So last week I got a boatload of calls and texts, and so did Skylar, of people saying, I didn't get the email. And then we're like, well, did you look in your email? And then they're like, oh, I found it. So sometimes, depending on what you're at, it might end up in spam. It might end up in the promotions. Okay, but if it does, then you need to mark it as primary. And so it might end up over there, but then you need to mark it as primary, or if in your Google, you can just drag it from one folder to the other. And now it'll never end up there again. Okay, but you get the—
Michael, good morning. And where the email is coming from who?
It is coming from, well, in the past, it was coming from an Entreport website or email. Skylar, did we get that switched?
We haven't gotten that switch, but you'll see it come through Michael Huggins. So the email will be Michael Huggins, and then you can also search for OES, all in capital, and that should be pulling up the email. That'll be in the subject line.
Okay.
So make sure you can filter by Michael Huggins or OES. And if anything comes up, feel free to send me a text, which I'll put in the chat right now, okay?
Okay, and I'm in Central Florida, and I already have OES here. Is this something totally different?
Yes.
Like,
so this is for team. Are you on Team Elevate's OES, or are you on a Florida OES?
Central Florida OES.
Okay, so yeah, this pertains to anybody on Team Elevate's OES. So that would be on Michael Huggins, Ryan Black's, or Richard Stock's.
Okay, so
Are you guys having a regional down there, Maggie?
Yes.
Cool. Who's running it?
Well, isn't it the same one for everybody? I'm confused.
So on Saturday, it's the same for everyone. Or sorry, on Friday. Friday, corporate is handling it, so you would log into Helios and watch it there.
Mm-hmm.
Live education tab. On Saturday, it's whatever team Zoom you want to join. So some areas are getting together and saying, we're going to train specifically on our team. Other areas are saying, hey, we're just going to train on Renatus and how we can do it. It's not team specific. Mm-hmm. So it really depends on what you, your 5-star, your area got going on as to where you should spend your Saturday.
Oh, okay. I'll find out. But
Cool.
does that mean that I can still sign up for your OES as well, or no, because I'm not part of the Elevate?
Oh yeah, you can be you can be on multiple. Excuse me. Yeah, you can be on multiple. I'm on a few people's OES.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to support all the teams. So yeah. No
so it's an additional charge per month.
$50. Yep.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And then just as a reminder, if you're on one of these OESs, you're going to get what we call our dream call: daily, real estate, action, mastermind. It's from 9 to 9:30, Monday through Friday. You get the private money masterclass on Thursday, and then the study groups on Thursday also. So between these, it's 28 extra real estate trainings per month.
I want to re-emphasize though too that for anyone that's joining the private money mastermind as well as the advanced study groups do need to have their AIT education.
AIT required. Because how can we put you in the private money class if you don't have the private money class? So Isaac, you know what time it is. Time to get your private money class. Cool. Okay, I see some chats going on. So there's Skylar's phone number. If you need help, hit him up.
What does the A stand for again in Dream?
Action.
Thank you.
The Dream Call. They've been pretty awesome so far. I'm not on the Monday ones because right after this call is Pat call.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome, Michael. Thank you so much.
We do need to work on keeping it closer to the half hour because Gilda.
Yes. It's hard to do, right? It's such a great call.
But people got other schedules, so we gotta squeeze it in. So the Dream Call is the daily real estate action mastermind. Daily real estate action mastermind. Cool. So support your local team. Stay clear on what it is, what you're doing. You can be on multiple. I think Pete's on Richard's and mine because he goes to Richard's office, but then he also plugs into mine. It doesn't matter though. Technically, Pete didn't have to do that. Pete was on Richard's already, but he wanted to get on mine for some reason. But if you're already on one of them, stay on it, okay? Yep, Sandra, one of these three is what's required. Unless you're on the pit or pack from another team, then we'll grant you access. But that's what it is because the three of us have quite a bit of cost involved in the system behind the system every month. Got a couple $1,000 going out the door for it. So, yep. That'll help. Okay. But either way, if you're on Ryan's or Richard, you're still going to look in your email for Michael Huggins. Speaking of that guy, Michael Huggins, I started a YouTube channel. And now a video is coming out 3 times a week is what I'm doing. So feel free to join it. I just put the link in the chat there. Like, subscribe. It's called Michael A. Huggins. I bet you could have guessed that. I got some fun videos in there. There's a couple special editions with my mega beard in there. So go and check it out. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever. No, Pete. It's called Michael A. Huggins. Very simple. Okay. So hopefully that becomes some value in your world. Yay, it's working. Okay, what else do we need to talk about? Regional. Oh yes, is now cleared up. Got our dream call, YouTube channel.
So I've been getting just a couple questions here on the OES. So just to re-emphasize, someone was a little confused on what the OES covers. So again, if you have your AIT education, it will cover, included will be the Private Money Mastermind on Thursdays at 6 p.m. And then that will also include any of the AIT study groups on Thursday from 7 until 8:30 p.m. If you only have your essentials, the OES will cover the real estate dream call in the morning from 9 a.m. to 9:30. It'll also get you into the intensives and get you that promo for the regionals coming up.
Here's another way of thinking about it. If you have your essentials, you can get on the dream call, the essentials study group, the intensive, and the regionals. And if you have your AIT, it's a dream call, the private money master class. You can do any of the study groups, the intensive and the regionals. Ryan, Richard, Michael. Cool. Coolio. Okay, so I know that you guys got sales over the weekend because I got sales over the weekend. I was talking to Bill about what we did and how we found them. I've trained on it at Super Saturday before, but basically with some of Skylar's help, we went onto LinkedIn. We found influencer posts that encouraged connections. So these people are like, hey, isn't it great that we're doing this and that? Why don't you guys get connected and network and share? And so people are saying, yeah, me too, this. And so anyone in that post that put a comment that they wanted to do more networking, then we did private messages, private message from those comments and said, hey, you look cool. I'm in real estate. It looks like you are a part of something to do with entrepreneurship. That's great. Because other people are on LinkedIn for jobs, and that's different than what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow this entrepreneurial endeavor. So private message to a 15-minute, what I'm going to call get to know ya. Let's hop on a quick get to know ya call. Did you have a question, LaShawn?
All right, so let's try this again.
What are we trying?
Nothing.
Okay. So step 1, we found the post. Step 2, we read the comments. Step 3, did a private message. And then step 4 was a get to know you call. And then from there, we had conversations about what they're doing, what their goals are, what I'm doing, what my goals are. And if it makes sense for them to take a look at our Renatus group, I either add them to the Facebook group, the Real Estate Investors United Facebook group, RUVB. Okay. Or I send them to the live system, right? The house tour, the intro, and then do my own follow-up or an intensive, and then do my follow-up. House tour, intro, or intensive. Okay, and then from there, look at the same thing, ask for the order. So one thing that really helps with the get to know yous is set up a calendar where people can pick a time slot. 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Don't make these get to know yous a half an hour. If we were meeting in person, then sure, half an hour to an hour over a coffee would have been fine. But now we're doing it. It's too easy for someone to just say yes and grab a time slot. So you just want to be a little more protective of your time. However, if the call does go well, like one of my calls went 75 minutes because the guy and I were just on the same page talking about so much stuff. We got really connected. So what questions or clarity can I provide around this idea?
Michael, we have for the follow-up, like when you start asking for the order, how long do you set the time to follow up with them? Like what's your time range for that?
Every day. I don't get your question. Tell me more.
Like in the intro call, like where you said just to get to know you, you set it for 15 minutes. How long does it typically take to do the follow-up and the asking for the order call?
Oh, this is anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Because normally they got like 1 or 2 questions, which takes a few minutes. Then you show them the Helios back office system, and then you gotta like put the order in, get them to sign it, make sure they can log in, and that's what like the other 20 minutes takes.
Cool, sweet, thank you.
You betcha. Okay, who else?
Sandra was asking, how do you determine who are influencers on LinkedIn?
Oh, okay.
And I guess I've just found that, you know, influencers a lot of time, they're posting videos. You can tell the content is a little bit more professional. They normally have quite a few content posts daily. So you can see their activity, and then a lot of people comment on their posts themselves. So if you see anything over like 20 posts or 20 comments on somebody's article, usually they have some level of visibility or influence. Some people, if you see they've got like a couple hundred, then yeah, they definitely have influence. And a lot of times too, there are certain demarcations in LinkedIn, you know, saying that they're, you know, some people they'll have, like, I think it's called lion status. It's like 10,000 plus people. A lot of times they'll ask you to follow them instead of connect with them. So there's a couple of indicators you can look for, but it's, once you start getting in there, it's pretty obvious to see who's an influencer.
Cool. Okay. And then I'm sure Bill's going to talk about it more tomorrow, but how he found his latest sale was a Facebook post. Then someone commented on his, he moved that to the messenger, private message, and then did some videos, and then did a one-on-one and asked for the sale. So the other way to do this, so this was a personal post that he did. But then inside of groups, if you go to real estate groups, then other people post. Then you comment. And then you reply to other people's comments, move it to Messenger, send videos, or do a call, right? Do the 15-minute get to know ya, get key. Nice. You gotta get a key to unlock your order. Get key. Get to know you call, and then from there is your one-on-one and your active. So these are all free ways to do it. There are paid ways to do it in Facebook. There are paid ways to do it on Google AdWords. There are paid ways to do it with other websites. If you pay, rumor has it take less time, but the people I see paying for their ads and stuff, they're still working 40, 50 hours a week doing it. It doesn't seem like it saves them time. It just gets them more leads. But it's still, several hours of doing this. So based off of what I'm sharing with you here, I guess it's the same thing with the LinkedIn. I mean, this is all the same process, right? We're filtering out interest, who's interested, starting conversations. Are they really interested? And then if they are, right, we're processing that interest. And if they're not, then they won't reply. No big deal. Richard, did you have a question? Okay, so real quick, one thing on, because I've been getting some compliance questions around compliance and how to make a post. Tell me if you see a difference here. This gal made $40,000 on a real estate deal. Without any money out of pocket. Can we say that? Is that compliant? Are we allowed to make a post like that?
Well, with the numbers, don't we have to put the disclaimer then? Since we're putting numbers?
So here's how it works. You're on the right track, Bilal. So the difference is what you tell them to do, because this isn't complete because you need a call to action. If you say, find out how you can versus find out how she did. This is not allowed. This one is. Okay. This is talking about something that happened. It's already in the past. It is documented. This is implying a result someone will get, which we cannot do. So this is totally okay.
Hey, Michael, do you have to add, like results not typical on that?
Yeah, over here.
Right.
Results not typical. The main part is you can, like, saying the you. You can't say you can too. So you could say, this guy made $1 million from home selling on the internet. And you can put my funny picture. But then you have to find out how he did it instead of find out how you can too. The you can too is a no, because then people are going to say, well, he told me I could make this money. No, it didn't. It said, come learn how he did it. Two different worlds. So it is totally okay to put dollar amounts in there as long as it's already happened. Well, time to go. If it's already happened, it's totally cool. If you're trying to tell someone else that they're going to get something out of it, not cool.
Now, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Do you have, like, should I ask people before I like copy and paste their post? Like if someone posted something on a deal they're working and I want to put it on my Facebook, and do I have to ask them, get their permission before I get that?
I don't think so, because if they didn't want it to be shared, I think they would turn off the share setting.
No, not like sharing, but like copying and pasting that.
Oh, if you're like featuring someone?
Yes. Like, hey, this is my friend and she did this deal. I have asked her, like I've asked Cecilia before I got her permission to post her deal and her pictures, and she said fine, but I was wondering, like, do I need to do that for every time?
I think like once you get the permission, you can do it over and over.
Okay. Because I would like to share like other people's success on my Facebook so they can see what's possible.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But my goal is not have like their link. Like I don't want them to go to their page just to get the information for me, like from me.
Yeah, I mean, Scott Rowe does that, but he does more of the share feature in Facebook than a copy paste. But yeah, if you just reach out to people and make sure that you two are on the same page, no big deal.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And then I put in the chat just now, we had 2 videos from Fantastic Friday with Eric Counts. And so both of those video links are in there. It's the same password for both. So I just want to make sure folks go into the chat box if they want the recording right now for Fantastic Friday.
So put regionals on your calendar. Don't miss it. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to have some shortcuts for you. So grab those links. Come to regionals. Come to regionals. You'll be happy you did. If for no other reason to contribute to a good cause, but then also making sure that you're getting the most up-to-date stuff, because we can train on things that work. So we know it works, it'll work for you. You just got to do it. Some of you might take a little longer to do it. Some of you will be faster at doing it. But the point is to do it.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Is the Fantastic Friday, is that just for ICMs or is that for leads?
It would be leads that you're marketing to as IMAs or ICMs if you want them to become an ICM.
Okay.
Market that. But we didn't talk anything about real estate in there.
Okay, thank you.
You betcha. Okay, so bring your laptops. Be prepared.
I have a question.
Work. What's up, Carla? Yes. I cannot hear your question. Oh.
Your thoughts on creating a Facebook page for the Profits course like we do for Real Estate Investors United?
Go for it.
I need help.
Okay.
You can reach out to me. I'll give you some assistance.
Thank you, Skylar.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Easy breezy beautiful. All right, everyone. We're at the top of the hour. It is time to go. Thank you all for being here, for being awesome. Do your best. Face your fear. Don't look back. Eyes on the prize. Do some push-ups. Get stronger physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Go make a difference out in the world. That's my last reminder to get out of here. Cool.
Thanks,
all right.
Michael.
Pack them and stack them. Talk to you soon, everybody.
Thank you, Michael.
You betcha. Bye.
Thank you, Michael.